All right, I'm here with Lafayette head football coach Andy Linn. His rims went. Start it over again. I messed up your name.
You said our rims went.
Tongue twister. Take two. Start over. Give me a point. All right, I'm here with Lafayette head football coach Andy Linn. His Rams win at 41-7 over Lake Taylor to improve their record on the season to 10-2 before the region championship next week against Heritage of Newport News. Coach, you've had a couple of battles with Lake Taylor over the years. It's 10-7 at halftime, sort of a seesaw affair. What did you tell the group at the break to allow your squad to dominate the second half?
Well, I mean, we just told we kind of have a little mantra at halftime. It's always 0-0, no matter what the score is. But as I told them, we can play with them because I think when we played them the last two times, they were up in that first half. At the first time we played them, and I think last time was actually tied. They were up 2 touchdowns last year too. So I mean, we were there where we wanted to be, and I said, look, you can compete, you can play. And we just got a couple of breaks to go our way early, and then it was just just snowballed.
Yeah, you got some special teams plays that allowed you. Clark Canova hit a field goal, a couple of them today. Braden Smalls, that kickoff to begin the second half. Takeaway for them. You get a takeaway. I thought that third quarter stretch, Elijah Matthews, he gets a pick for you, then catches a touchdown pass. From there, you guys were off and running. What did you see there? Did you feel like you could make them one-dimensional on offense to a degree? Or?
Well, that's what we want. They punished us the last couple of years because Hank never changed, and Hank's that's a great football player. No, everybody's like, oh, they were 5-5. No.
Scary 5-5.
No one should ever underestimate Lake Taylor ever, and Hank Short. But we were taking away the run pretty good, and if we knew we had to stop the pass because they're 6'7", they're 6'2", and we're not very big. We're not, but we play really, really good defense.
And in some of these playoff matches, it's a chess match. Two of the best, yourself and Hank. Now they've got a stud receiver and 6'7" kid going to Syracuse and Elijah Washington. Your front four though, Breon Stokes, Daniel Jackson, those guys up front really, I thought, kind of wore their offensive line down. What did you see from your defensive line as this game went on?
Those guys, we're outmanned weight-wise. I can't even tell you about how much, but Peter, Breon, and Daniel have been like that all year now. I mean, Peter's got, I think, probably 15 sacks on the year, and he's a 195-pound defensive end. But, I mean, he's got a motor that doesn't go. And if we know that we can move and get to you if we do things right. But the defense, Coach Wheeler's done a phenomenal job with the defense all year. I mean, I don't read all this stuff, but somebody said they were like, we've only given up the 8th amount of,
Yeah.
We'd only given up 64 points or whatever, and then just a touchdown a day. So I mean, that's pretty good.
Well, yeah, 7 points for him coming in. You hold him to just 7 here, even though Washington gets all this receiving yards, and you got Cook and Stokes. These guys making plays defensively. To get 6 takeaways, I think it was 4 interceptions. Yeah, I mean, you had different guys step up. I know you had a freshman in Love back there in the second. You had different guys make plays
last week too.
Did he really?
Yeah. So we lost somebody last week. Did a stupid thing in the game, so he's out for the whole playoffs. But we battled through some injury. We lost an outside linebacker today, and he's our starting fullback too.
Jaden Brown, right?
Yeah. So we lost a couple, but the kids have stepped up and just kept battling. We've kind of gone under the underdog mantra all year. We just, everybody, we've kind of always been an afterthought now, which I don't care, and they don't care either.
Well, I think your kids get up for that. You've won a state championship a couple years ago, but you've heard there's been better Lafayette teams. So what? You want to win this one, right?
No, right. There have been better ones, but you play who you got to play.
Right.
That's what it comes down to.
When you have a kid go down like Brown, we watched this with Picosin just last night. It's hard for kids to get back up when that happens, right? For a little bit, a couple possessions, perhaps.
Yeah, and so. The good thing for us is, we do prepare really well for the next kid to step up. Mm-hmm. I mean, and we're fairly young. We're not everybody. We're a fairly young football team, and so the young kids are getting a lot of great experience, and they're stepping up and doing good jobs.
Good shout, these two, and I appreciate the time. You have some really good players with Elijah Matthews, James Spencer, Nazir Walmart, number one. I felt like he was all over the field today, catching the ball, running the ball, and defensively.
He's really our guy. I mean, he's been the guy all year. James had the 1,000-yard season, but Naz is a guy you move him everywhere. You can put him at fullback. You can put him at wing. You can do some things if you want to put him. He's the guy that gets out.
Maybe your most versatile guy?
Yeah, he's the guy that went out there and led on that block for Elijah getting and then if there's a guy coming downhill now, he comes downhill. He doesn't get tackled very easy.
Yeah, I was just saying to Nas, lastly, you play Heritage, a surprise, the 5th seed who beat Hopewell here in the region championship. You get to host them here at Warner Stadium. They throw the ball a lot like Lake Taylor does. They got Gurley, they got Sterling Anderson. Your thought on that matchup and a chance to go back to states?
Well, I mean, they're very good. You watch them now; they've really peaked. They got to game 5, but since then now, the quarterback's really good. The quarterback and the one, I think, whatever receiver, I don't know any of their names. I barely know my guys' names, but the quarterback and the receiver are just, you watch him. I watched the game last night, and I mean, he can sling it now. Yeah. He can sling it. But they're not as big as this group, so that helps us a little bit, I think. We were outmatched to a man today weight-wise. I mean, Mike Center's 220 and the nose guard's 360. I mean, that's a problem, so. But you know, they come in, they're passing, they're peaking at the right time, and it's anybody's game. But we get them here, and you can't ask for more than that.
What's not a problem is you're winning and going on to Thanksgiving weekend. All the best. Congrats on
Hey,
winning.
Play on Thanksgiving weekend. It's a good year, buddy.
It's a good
There's no doubt.
Absolutely. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Always good.